we have decided to invite the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates to become full members of BRICS.
BRICS has officially invited 6 more countries to join the alliance in a move which can strengthen its claim of being a voice of the global south on one hand, while raising concerns about China's increasing dominance on the other. BRICS consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. In its latest summit at Johannesburg in South Africa, it has invited Iran, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Egypt and Ethiopia. Their membership will begin in January. The formation of BRICS in 2009 was driven by the idea that the 4 emerging markets of Brazil, Russia, India and China would be the future economic powerhouses of the world. South Africa was added a year later. Adding new members strengthens the group's heft as a spokesperson of the developing world. BRICS currently represents around 40% of the world's population and more than a quarter of the world's GDP. With the additions, it will represent almost half of the world's population and will include 3 of the world's biggest oil producers, Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Iran. The rush towards this alliance is driven by a few important reasons. First, there is considerable anti-US sentiment in the world, and all these countries are looking for a grouping where they can use that sentiment to gather together. Second, there is a lot of appetite for multipolarity, for a platform where countries of the global south can express their solidarity. While the economic performance of BRICS has been mixed, the war in Ukraine, which has brought the West together on the one hand and strengthened the China-Russia partnership on the other, has turned it into an aspiring bloc that can challenge the Western geopolitical view and emerge as a counterweight to Western-led fora like the G7 and the World Bank. The invitation to Iran, whose ties with the West are strained, seems to have a strong China-Russia imprint. The fact that regional rivals Saudi Arabia and Iran are part of the same grouping is in itself remarkable. China happens to be the biggest buyer of Saudi Arabia's oil and had recently brokered a peace deal between Tehran and Riyadh. While Saudi Arabia has traditionally been a US ally, it has been increasingly striking out on its own, and the BRICS membership is in line with that. As far as India is concerned, she is also a part of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and despite problems, it has relations with Russia and with China. While China does not want BRICS to be an anti-Western group, the Indian view is that it is a non-Western group and should stay that way. India has had very good relations with all the new entrants, and their inclusion might provide India with leverage against Chinese expansion.